We will provide a detailed explanation of the 24th verse from Chapter 1, Prathamopadesha, Rasamarana, of the Rasaratnakara Rasayankhand, authored by the revered Sri Nityanatha Siddha. This text gives us an incredibly systematic look at historical pharmacological practices. And, this 24th verse is just absolutely fascinating. It doesn't just give us a simple list of ingredients. It actually outlines a highly specialized delivery mechanism. It was literally designed to prepare the human body for what was, at the time, considered the absolute ultimate frontier of medicine.
Section 1, verse 24. Text breakdown.
Okay, let's zoom right in and look at the actual Sanskrit text. If you look under the specific heading Rasasakramanam, which is right there on page 3 of the Prathamopadesha, you'll find verse 24. It's nestled right inside the section detailing the intense physiological processes required to handle complex alchemical compounds. I think seeing the original script like this really grounds our whole explainer in solid historical reality.
And here is that powerful sutra transliterated for us. It reads, Chaturjaya taka karpura kankolam katuki palam, kadet tambula samyuktam, rasa sankramane hitam. So what we're looking at here is a very specific botanical formula. The author isn't just throwing out a basic remedy. This is a precise catalyst meant to trigger rasa sankramana, and that basically translates to the assimilation and absorption of processed heavy minerals, specifically mercurial formulations, right within the body.
Let's break down the grammar a bit via the Padasheda, or word segmentation, and the Anvaya, which is the prose order. First up, Chaturjataka. This refers to a specific group of 4 aromatic spices. Then, Karpora is camphor. Kankolam is the kubeba pepper, and Katukiphalam refers to a bitter fruit or spice. The word kadate simply means one should consume or eat. Then we have Tambula samyuktam, meaning mixed with or combined with a betel leaf. Rasa sankramane specifies the condition, so during the assimilation of rasas or mercury. And finally, hitam means it's highly beneficial. So logically stringing this together, the Anwa tells us one should consume Chaturjataka, camphor, kankola, and katakiphala combined with tambula because it is incredibly beneficial for rasa sankramana.
So the crucial point is really summarized right here. In its simplest English translation, the verse is telling us that taking this specific blend of dry aromatic herbal powders, wrapped up inside a fresh betel leaf, safely prepares the human body to absorb and actually process these purified alchemical medicines. It acts as a biological prerequisite. It's basically a preparatory step to make absolutely sure the body's internal environment is primed and ready to go.
Section 2. Ingredients and Preparation Methods.
Now, you might be wondering, why these specific ingredients? Well, first we have Chaturjataka. This is a foundational quartet in classical Ayurveda. It's made up of cinnamon, cardamom, tamalapatra, which is Indian bay leaf, and Nagakeshara, the flowers of the Meswaferia tree. Together, these 4 aromatics are famous for their ability to stoke the Agni, or digestive fire. They are highly stimulating. They dilate vessels, improve circulation, and forcefully enhance the gut's ability to absorb whatever complex medicines are coming next.
And here is where it gets absolutely brilliant. This illustrates the concept of anupana, brought to life by tambula, the betel leaf, which is sometimes called anbul. In Ayurvedic medicine, an anupana is a medium used to administer medicine. So the betel leaf isn't just a convenient wrapper here, it is a crucial bioenhancer. Its natural juices and essential oils act like a high-speed vehicle, driving the medicinal compounds directly into the deep, subtle tissues of the body.
So how did they actually put this together? The preparation method is super specific because it combines dry and fresh elements. First, you gather the dry ingredients, the Chaturjataka, the cooling camphor, the kankola, and the katukiphala. You grind these together into a very fine, unified powder. The finer the powder, the better the body can absorb it, right? Then, right before administration, this powder is folded inside a freshly picked tambula leaf. Chewing that fresh leaf releases juices that immediately activate the dry powder, jump-starting the digestive process literally while it's still in the mouth.
Section 3. Guidelines, Dosage, and Administration. Consuming a formulation designed to assimilate heavy metals is definitely not something they took lightly in the Rasa Shastra tradition. It required really strict adherence to specific protocols. The targeted action, as we know, is rasa sankramana. The dosage is exactly one specific wrap consumed right before or alongside the alchemical remedy. But pay close attention to the pathya, the dietary guidelines. The patient is strictly restricted to moon yusha, a very light mung bean soup, and oden, plain rice. This ultralight diet makes sure the digestive system isn't bogged down by heavy food while it's trying to process minerals. On top of that, the classical texts mandate mental purification, atonement, and focused intent. They believe the mind-body connection was absolutely essential for these powerful treatments to work without causing any harm.
Section 4. Classical Ayurvedic Cross-References.
To really see how significant this 24th verse is, we have to look outside the Rasaratnakara, because this level of sophisticated pharmacology echoes all over other Vedic texts. For instance, the Bhava Prakasha Nigantu, specifically in its Karparati Varga section, meticulously defines these exact same aromatics, completely backing up their role in igniting digestive fire. Then, the Rasarnava text thoroughly details mercury processing and confirms that you absolutely need these specific internal absorption protocols. Meanwhile, the Shrangadhara Samhita standardizes the whole concept of Anupana, or drug delivery vehicles, really cementing the beta leaf as a premier bioenhancer.
Section 5. Modern Scientific and Toxicological Review.
Now, as impartial explorers, we've got to ask, how does this ancient claim actually hold up under the strict lens of modern chemistry? Well, the classical claim states that this beta leaf and aromatic mix safely prepares the body for heavy metal assimilation. And interestingly enough, modern chemistry actually validates part of this. The essential oil eugenol, which is found in the beta leaf, is proven today to significantly enhance mucosal permeability. It literally helps drugs pass right through cell walls. However, and this is a big however, from a strict toxicological perspective, modern science firmly warns that ingesting heavy metals without state-of-the-art lab purification and verification poses severe health risks, regardless of how good the delivery vehicle is.
If you were to hop onto Google Scholar or PubMed right now and search for keywords like piperbetyl bioenhancer or Ayurvedic heavy metal toxicology, you'd find a ton of modern research. What is highly substantiated by modern scientists and Ayurveda researchers is the synergistic antimicrobial and digestive power of the Chaturjataka spices. They are genuine medicinal powerhouses, for sure, but what remains unsubstantiated and heavily cautioned against by modern medical standards is the universal safety of rasa sankramana, basically assimilating heavy metals based solely on ancient methods without modern toxicological screening.
Section 6. Conclusions and Future Research. So, bringing all of these fascinating historical texts and modern scientific reviews together, our main takeaway is that Srinitinatha Siddha had an incredibly advanced understanding of Anupana, drug delivery systems. Historically, this verse shows a really sophisticated integration where botany is perfectly married to alchemy. From a modern viewpoint, this exact concept is paving the way for today's pharmaceutical research into plant-based bioenhancers. Going forward, the most promising area for research is studying the pharmacokinetics of traditional carriers like the beta leaf and Chaturjaka, but applying them to modern safe medications to improve their absorption, completely leaving the heavy metals behind.
So it leaves us with a pretty amazing thought. Could the ancient science of Anupana hold the secret to actually reducing modern drug dosages and side effects by making absorption far more efficient? On behalf of the Vedmata AI family, we humbly request that if you found our presentation informative, please share our video widely so that authentic knowledge from Indian Vedic texts can reach the masses. Let us all come together to participate in this Gyan Yagna, sacrificial offering of knowledge. Har Har Mahadev.